approach generic Foxtrot, Tango Hotel 99, Missoula. Generic Niner, 1 yard 2 miles northwest. Climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect to have runway.
Greetings, heroes and adventurers and pilots. I am the Ancient Gamer, and today we're taking a look at Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft dropped Flight Simulator into Gamepass for console just the other day to a whole ton of hype, and I figured we'd better take a look at it. And you know, the game map is supposed to be the entire world, and so considering that they'll probably have New York and London and LA and Chicago and all the big cities, I figured I'd do a flyover of my hometown, the great Missoula, Montana. As you know, although it's a fantastic city, it's a wonderful place to live. It isn't a big city, and so let's test that the game map is the whole world thing and do a flyover of a city that I'm very familiar with that is less than 100,000 people. And one of the first things I'm going to tell you is this game is actually pretty damn hard. Okay, taking off here, not real easy. It took me a few tries to figure out just how to take off, and here we are. And now I'm going to try to make this turn, and I've actually practiced quite a bit before I made this video. I didn't want to look like a complete, imbecile on here. And I've got a few skills, a few burgeoning pilot skills. I can make a bank turn. Oh my gosh. Look at me. I'm something now. Okay. And I can tell you right now, straight up, I looked at these mountains every day of my life until I was almost 30 years old, and that is incredibly accurate. That is exactly the view that I remember from home. Wow. I have to say, just wow. Already I'm incredibly impressed. This is really, really, really cool. For a guy who doesn't live in his hometown anymore, and because it was such a great place to live, he's basically homesick all the time. This is really, hitting me in that memory vision spot. This is awesome. That is, even the outlying area looks like exactly how it should look. Yeah, that's Missoula. And that's over there kind of by the north side, going up Grant Creek. And yepper, that's my hometown. Yeah, I'm just incredibly impressed. This is just, I don't want to like wax poetically with like superlatives, but one of the reasons this game got so much hype is because the thought was that it could never run on any console. But then, as those of us who own Series X's understand, there's never been a console this powerful before. And yes, it does run on the Series X. It's running at 30 FPS, but with a game like this, that's really not a big deal. You don't really need more than 30 FPS. Would 60 be great and awesome? Yeah, sure, but it's not like you're playing a fighting game or a first-person shooter or something like that. The 30's just fine for this, and it is in 4K, and it looks spectacular. I haven't run into any frame drops or any hitches. Another thing I should probably mention too is the weather. Now, I'm recording this at 6:30 Missoula time on July 29th, and the weather, everything is all hooked up by satellite. It's all wired into a satellite somewhere, so the weather is actual real-time weather. So whatever the weather was when I was playing in Missoula, that's the weather that I'm getting in the plane. And so it must have been a beautiful day in Missoula on what would it be, Thursday, July 29th, 2021. And here we're going to bank over this way. I'm going to go buzz by my aunt and uncle's house and see if maybe I can spot their house. So I'm going to head out this way. It's been many years since I've been back home and gone to visit them, so depending on how familiar everything looks, I may or may not be able to find it, but I'm going to give her a try here. Wow, that's just outrageous. I mean, I figured that it would look okay at least, but that's just even better than I could have imagined. That's like It's crazy. That's actually Missoula. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. This game, it's clearly a technical masterpiece, and obviously the big landmark places are going to be there, but a real test is to get out into Montana and, you know, just how good of a job did they do with a place like this, and it's amazing. And here we go. I think this is probably Brook Street here, and we're heading out. It will turn into Highway 93, and so, you know, I don't really want to get, you know, too into detail about where exactly I'm looking to find. I'm just going to do a quick flyover and see if I can find it. I think we're getting kind of close here. I think I'm on the right track. I think I see the road I'm looking for right up here. Yep, that's going to be the area. Now, I don't know if they'll have the individual house or not, but supposedly it gets right down to the individual house. I was able to buzz by my house where I live now, and you know, it's not a palatial estate or anything, and it was there. So let's see now. Hey fam, if you happen to be sitting around on a Thursday and you heard a small engine prop plane flying around overhead, it was just me buzzing your house. Gonna make another try at it. I think I'm in the right place right about now, but we'll see. Yeah, I think that might be it right there. So did another one of my expert looking bank turns, and in reality my skills are my flight simulator kung fu is actually very low. I'm not particularly good at this, and it is very hard, but I'm able to keep the plane in the air and not crash, and that's saying something. And I have pretty much all the assists enabled too. It's not like, I mean, if you really want to play this game with the assists off and all that, you practically do have to learn how to pilot a plane to do it. This is a really, really impressive game. And that brings up another good question. Is this a game or is it a simulator? Is it a simulator or is it a game? Are simulators games? Or are they just close relatives of video games? I think the jury's out on that. You know, I feel like I'm playing a game, but this is absolutely, definitely a Zen game. This is not, you know, this is not Doom. This is not Battlefield. Those games are fun and I love them, but this game is a game you put on to drop your blood pressure back down, to just kind of chill out and relax and fly around. And I can already see that this is going to absorb a tremendous amount of time. Just a tremendous amount of time. I can just see that already. I'm already thinking about different routes. I want to, you know, different flight plans that I want to file, and then maybe see if I can fly around the world. And of course, now I'm able to fly this, you know, this little Cessna here. But I mean, I don't even know if I'm, you know, how much harder it's going to be to fly, like, you know, jumbo jets and things like that, which is what you would need to really do an around the world flight. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. University of Montana, the trail up to the M, been up there many times, ridden my mountain bike down that, and it's very steep. It's a fun ride down, it's a really fun ride going up. We go over here to Mount Jumbo, do a bank turn, and then we'll roll this video out. We'll roll it out to the end by flying along the river here. A river runs through it, and now we're going to fly over the river that runs through it and right across downtown Missoula. And yeah, I will tell you, this is really, really fun. It runs really smooth. The loading times aren't spectacular, but when you think about just how huge this game is and how hard it is to load up, how much of it there is to load, the loading times aren't really too bad considering everything. And so that's probably going to do it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be back soon with more fresh, awesome content. I am the Ancient Gamer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, please make it happy. Give it a like. It really helps. Looking for more of a long-term commitment? Subscribe to the Ancient Gamer channel and ring the bell. It always feels good. Remember, it's all about the games we play and love to play. It's all about the games.
Roger, Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.